Hello, how you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Well, I want to make a quick couple videos right quick. Um, and it's about these women who don't, who get refused to be intimate with men if they, why they choose in this election over Trump over Biden. But I'm going to go ahead and I'll make my commentary afterwards and give you my thoughts.
If Israel, whatever Israel is doing right now at your place, you guys should go look for a way to fix that up because black people cannot be of help to you, right? Go and call white men to help you. I mean, I just kept seeing different videos popping up and all of that, only to find that they were also advised, also, instead of voting for Kamala Harris, vote for the other person. And to tell you how blind some people are, they did. And now they are coming out here to shade and gaslight themselves like, how is this even possible? Or how is this possible? How can somebody be dumb and at the same time proud? You cannot be dumb and proud, right? Some are saying that black people are Islamophobia, black people are dysphobia, and all that. You all have refused to understand it, and we cannot continue to explain all this to you. She is not being, nobody is being any phobia here, but they are trying to let you all know that you all voted against your own interest. The person that you all pushed towards will also not help you. I have also brought videos here where he said, uh, told Netanyahu that I cannot wait so we can help you finish the job. I mean, they feel like the whatever that has been going down to Israel, it's been given by probably the president, vice president, in fact, like not even the president, the vice president, because everybody's anger is going towards the vice president. And I have been asking them, are you guys really that, don't you know that you have a president? I mean, I have never seen anybody blaming Joe Biden. It's always Kamala Harris. It's really crazy. Well, it is what it is, right? Now, I really just don't understand. These people really effed up. They sincerely speaking, they messed up. And things are not getting, we never get any better because they think it's will. Now, to everybody boycotting and all that, for those that have decided, like
This is
I,
crazy.
sincerely speaking, I did boycott some certain things. I did. And let me just, for those that have missed Starbucks, if you want to go drink, why not? Feel free to go drink your Starbucks because the people we are trying to help are not thinking of you. And for anybody that said that they are allies, they are not any allies. They are opportunists. People that are looking for, an opportunity to tap into whatever you have, and they'll run away when you don't have that thing. These are the kind of people, and people like this are very dangerous, right? The fact that they are looking at, I don't know what they think, and whoever that advised them, you can vote for Trump. I just do not know how they wake up to do something like that without even thinking, and they are out there running their mouth. Keep running your mouth, and when I say keep running your mouth, keep running your mouth. Time will tell, and how many months before you know what is going on. I really cannot wait to see what he got in stock for you people because it's really going to be an amazing season for all of you. All of you screaming free, free. You know what? Free Congo, free Sudan, free Haiti because some people choose not to, to be useful to themselves and they do not need your help. And see, like the Janet said, I don't know if I pronounced her name correctly, but if I do not, please, I think the please forgive me. That black girl that the Arabic man stitched her video. She said, "Do not call black women if anything happens. And please, you all should never bother to call black men or black women, because shout out to black men and black women, they all came all out, irrespective of everything. With the way I was seeing things on the internet, I was thinking I wasn't going to see black men's vote. Shout out to you all. I love you all with all my heart. I mean, you all came through for yourselves. You all did it. So do not bother to call black men, do not bother to call black women, because at this point in time, this is their resting period. So black women, black men, go rest and let's see how it unfolds. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.
Oh, sorry about that.
Ever wonder how constitutional carry affects your right to carry and your right to self-defense? We're hosting a 100% free workshop on this topic in...
Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome tonight. And Simba, thank you all so much for the love and support. Hope you all are doing
loss over and over and over again in that courtroom. And potentially in a jail cell. Who knows? I hope that you cannot afford childcare. I hope that you have to give up every career aspiration you've ever had, every hobby, every anything you've ever liked, and sacrifice it in order to stay home with your children. I hope that this takes such a toll on your family and your financial status, because living off of one income, if that, is already difficult enough, but you can't find any resources to help because you voted to end welfare. I hope that when your children come of school age, that you send them off to school and you do nothing but sit all day and wonder if they're ever going to come home. I hope they come home hungry, because like I said, you don't have a job. You still have to do childcare because you can't afford childcare and you don't have welfare, and God knows you're not getting free school lunches, okay? And I hope they come home and they treat you like dog shit. I really do. Because in school, one thing that they used to teach was empathy. Now that's some woke shit, so they don't do that anymore, okay? And all they know from what you voted for, from what the school teaches, from what their dad says, from what anybody says, that no matter how different you think you are from other women in this country, at the end of the day, you are just a woman, okay? And women are not deserving of respect. You taught them that. You taught them that. Because you elected a sexist, racist, homophobic, rapist to office over a qualified woman. They saw that. They know. And they're not exactly smart, because once again, from the education out the window, okay? All they know is women dumb, mom woman, I hate that bitch, and they're going to treat you like dog shit, and I really hope they do. And after all that, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do all this again. I can't go through no health care. I can't take care of another kid who's going to treat me like dog shit. I can't do this again. And I hope that your husband says no to you getting contraception, because you voted to give him that right. I hope he says no. And I know this is a long video. People are not going to get to the end before they comment. That's fucked up. That is so messed up. How could you ever wish that on somebody? I agree. It's not something that I would normally wish on my worst enemy, but guess what? Not only did you wish that on all of your fellow American women, but you voted for someone who vowed to put those practices into action. And you made that choice for all of us. So yes, I hope you get exactly what you voted for. Because if someone told me, I hope you get exactly what you voted for, I'd be like, thanks, queen. I know. Because it would make the world a better place. So if you are offended by that, maybe rethink who the fuck you voted for. And I'll end it with this. My last hope for you, my last wish, okay, is that if you are ever sexually assaulted, okay, I hope that you scream from the rooftops who did it and what they did to you. I hope that you tell everyone you've ever loved, everyone you've ever cared about, everyone that you ever thought respected you as a person. And I want those screams to fall on deaf ears. And I want those same people who you told and thought respected you to take this man and lift him up to the highest position of power over you. And when you cry, when you ask why, and when you wonder why they would do such a thing, I want them to look you dead in the eyes, and say, well, you promised we might get cheaper gas prices. I wish that for you. I wish all of that for you. Happy day for you. Victory!
Y'all, I'm an emotional wreck this morning. First of all, praise God. Thank you, God. All over my TikTok, it is covered in people all over the world just worshiping. Not the president, but giving God all the glory. And it's beautiful. And seeing it all unfold, like right before our eyes. I'm speechless. All I can say is thank you, God. Thank you. We got people praying, singing, God is good. We got him praising him, giving him all the glory. We have a president that isn't afraid to talk about God. We have people working for our president who are unashamed, who when asked, how does this make you feel, all your hard work, and they say, but God. The relief I feel this morning for my sweet babies, for my family, and our future. Golly. We serve a good God. His people did not give up in the last 4 years. We stayed strong. We stayed faithful. And he showed up and showed out last night. And all I can say is thank you, God.
This is a quick check-in. How are you going? After hearing the US election results, you might be feeling a bit worried, a bit scared, terrified, all the feels. It's okay to feel those feelings. They're valid. Validate them. Allow them to pass. And then it's time to ground, step into our power, because we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. I encourage you, if you know someone who is involved in the activism space, who knows how politics works, who knows how to organize communities of people to create social movements, create changes, positive social changes that actually respect human rights, get in touch with them, get in contact with them and follow them. Now, if you are following me or you are in my communities, you can come join me. I'm going to be supporting my members and my clients on how to engage in effective and active conversations around all these topics that are surely going to be coming up. I'm going to equip them with the information and the knowledge on manipulative tactics that campaigns and politicians will use. I'm going to equip them with information on when to engage and when not to engage. I'm going to support them in learning on how they understand or how they fit into the conversations, so they can come to it from a really grounded space where they know exactly who they are, they know what those values are, they know how they can contribute to that particular cause or change, and they can do it with so much power and confidence in themselves. Now, if you are someone who is wanting that support, get in contact with me. Now, I mainly work with online service-based business owners, and I have spaces for them, but that doesn't mean that my doors are closed to anyone else. Please get in contact with me if you would like support. If you feel the call that you need to do something as well, I am here to support you. It's time for us to build community, and we've already recognised that our governments and our politicians do not have our best interest at heart. So we need to make the changes. We need to organise ourselves in a way that's going to make them listen. Much love to all of you out there. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself the time to process.
Excuse me, where is your hot sauce bar?
We don't have one.
Firehouse Subs has one.
Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself the time to process. When we take action, let's take it from a position where we know our power, we are standing in our power, and we completely own it. We got this, but there is a long way to go.
You didn't vote just against Kamala Harris. You voted for giving Trump 2 to 3 more Supreme Court picks, thus solidifying the conservative viewpoints of the Supreme Court, which will have negative consequences for generations to come. You did not vote against Kamala Harris. You voted for putting women in more direct danger during and after pregnancy. You did not vote against Kamala Harris. You voted to allow an 18-year-old to die from sepsis instead of her being allowed to get an abortion. You did not vote against Kamala Harris. You voted to strip the LGBTQ+ community of their rights in this country. You did not vote against Kamala Harris. You voted for the further normalization of racist rhetoric that is already going on to devastating effects. You did not vote against Kamala Harris. You voted for giving the presidency to a man who is literally BFFs with the president of Israel and Russia. You didn't just vote against a black woman. You voted against so many other marginalized communities as well. And we will remember that. You're right. I will most likely be okay because I have the privilege of being a white woman who lives in a predominantly blue area in a predominantly blue state. The fight against women's rights and reproductive rights will directly impact me. However, I still have the privilege of where I live and what I look like, that in general, yes, I will probably be okay. The difference between people like you and people like me is that I give a shit about other people. And I care about the people who don't have my privilege, who don't look like me, who don't live in relatively safe areas, who don't live in safe states, because they are going to be the ones most negatively impacted by this presidency. And I still give a shit about that. I don't need something to personally negatively affect me for me to care that it's negatively affecting other people. Once again, difference between people like you and people like me. You don't care because you have the belief that you will be okay no matter how bad it gets. However, I'm also going to tell you that the phrase, "I never thought leopards would eat my face," exists for a reason. And after they've gone after every single other group, they're eventually going to come for you too.
Hi, my fellow white women. As we have conversations about cutting off men who vote against your human rights, I need you to start applying that mindset to the women in your life as well. Because the amount of white women who voted for Trump is absolutely disgusting. I know it's so easy to go like, oh, no, they're my girlie, they're my bestie, I can't ever cut them off. This is just a little difference of opinion. No. If you stand for the things you claim to stand for, if you have the morals that you should, you cannot have that person in your life. Best case scenario, they're just very uneducated, and if that's the case, you need to point out to their face that they are uneducated and doing a horrible thing. Because you don't get a pass for supporting Trump just because you're a woman. You don't get a pass for supporting Trump just because you're any minority group or any oppressed group. Because yes, while it will eventually come back to bite them, it's biting the rest of us at the same time. And while we're at it, start calling out people who claim, like, I'm just not political, I just don't get involved with politics. Because, like, if you're a grown-ass adult and you're like, politics are scary, I just can't think about it, that is concerning. Being neutral in the face of oppression and fascism makes you on the side of the bad guys. So no, we're not dealing with those people anymore. We're not accepting that as okay.
If you voted for Trump, I have one question for you. What should President Trump do on his first day in office? Number 1, announce that Project 2025 is not the law of the land. It's a joke, of course. Number 2, file the Secretary of Health immediately. Number 3, repeal every executive order of the previous administration. Number 4, free every political prisoner of January 6th. Number 5, start mass deportation. And start specifically with all the celebrities who said they're gonna leave the country if President Trump wins. And last but not least, number 6, publish the Diddy and Epstein list. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible person.
Give me your answers. How is it possible that the people who are claiming that they're the most loving and accepting are the ones that show to be not accepting at all unless you vote like them? I saw a post of this woman who voted for Kamala Harris, and she was clearly distraught and clearly upset. Her best friend voted for Donald Trump. And so she wasn't sure if she should continue that relationship with her best friend. And I've seen so many videos, right now especially, where people are cutting off their friends, their family members, because they voted for Donald Trump. Into the comments, and I see this comment: not all relationships are meant to last a lifetime. Well, that's true. It isn't a friend if they couldn't consider how this could affect you. So here's why I'm like, what on earth? Her best friend was supposed to think about her when she voted. Aren't we allowed to have our own vote? And aren't we allowed to vote in our own best interest, in the best interest of our family and the interest of our children? This comment is literally telling you, and I suppose the person who wrote this comment is a Kamala supporter, that that person should have voted for Kamala because Kamala was in the best interest of the creator, her best friend. You can find plenty of friends with the same value as you. That is true. But they've been friends for many, many years. And you're telling her to cut that friendship because her best friend voted for Donald Trump. I find it so mind-blowing and so unacceptable. The people that are claiming to be the most loving and the most accepting are literally showing us that they're the complete opposite. You're not loving or accepting unless you vote like them. Pretty much, that's what they're telling you. We don't want anything to do with you if you voted for Donald Trump. This is crazy. You guys are literally showing what kind of people you are right now.
I was just walking down the street to go get my medication because I'm out and I need it for today. And I saw a woman walking her 2 kids, and she had this look on her face. And I looked at her, we made eye contact, we both kind of nodded. Like we were both just devastated. And you could just tell in her eyes. I can't believe this country did this again. Why did I let myself have hope? If you voted for Trump in this last election, the last time he ran, or the time before that, please do me the honor of unfriending me, unfollowing me, blocking me, pretty much having nothing to do with me. This is more than politics. I don't think people understand that sometimes. We can't agree to disagree on this. That doesn't work for me. This is about your morals in life. You voted for a man who is anti my family, anti-women, anti-LGBTQ, anti-literally everyone who isn't a white, cis, rich male. And I hope you guys are happy with that. So yeah, go ahead. Please unfollow me. I don't want anything to do with y'all. When it all pans out that the felon fucks you over, don't come crying to us because we warned you. To everyone else, I love you. Keep fighting the good fight. Have a fantastic Wednesday.
Big bag, big bag, big bag, big bag. We got a big bag here. Let's see what you got to say. Let's hear it.
Child, but I'm starting to see a dangerous increase in Black Trump supporters, and I thought these were outliers, but the way every time I turn around and there's another Black influenceable Black person who is in support of Donald Trump, it's like I'm surrounded.
Oh, let's go back.
And Trump supporters. And I thought, I don't know about y'all, but I'm starting to see a dangerous increase in Black Trump supporters. And
you see that, but you don't see the dangerous increase in your calories. You don't see the dangerous increase in your calorie intake, huh? Huh?
Yeah, my
bag is loaded up with snacks and different foods. Squeeze into this tiny shirt, my big bag has no room. Big Keisha, you got bigger problems than worrying about black Trump supporters. This is what I don't understand about, biggins. This is what I don't understand about them. You're at dangerous levels right now. Strokes, heart attacks. You're like a couple of Big Macs away from the upper room. This right here shouldn't be your focus. It really shouldn't.
And I thought these were outliers, but the way every time I turn around and there's another black influenceable black person who is in support of Donald Trump, it's like I'm surrounded. It's like I'm like, what is going on? Now, I think what happened.
You're surrounded by grease. That's what it is. You're surrounded by cupcakes, honey buns, fried chicken. That's your biggest problem. You don't surround yourself with greens, lettuce, salads. This is what you're really surrounded by. You're surrounded by unhealthy eating habits. Leave politics alone. Go to the gym. They want to talk about everything else but the gym. You're like a cool 370.
I was into that Fonnie Willis stuff, that was going on, and I wanted to see how that played out. Now, there is a black content creator who was explaining all of that, but I didn't want to wait for her name is I'm Not a Lawyer. I didn't want to wait for her every day because she was covering other stuff, the YSL trial and all that. So I would look up lives while I was at work, and a lot of these people, and I wanted to support black creators. So I would look for black people who are covering this, and so many of them are Trump supporters. There are black Trump supporters everywhere. YouTube, TikTok,
everywhere. Oh Lordy Lord. I'm moving to the east side. Why? Why are you moving to the east side? Because there's a McDonald's everywhere. There's a Mickey D's everywhere. Oh Lord. Hallelujah. They so performative, man, for no reason. Everywhere, everybody.
Everywhere. And I'm like, wait, we were all here 4 years ago. We were all here when the insurrection happened. We were all here when we saw that man incite violence, and these white people took it upon themselves to storm the Capitol. We were all here.
What about your arteries being stormed?
Come on.
Your arteries are being stormed. They're getting clogged up. This is not what you should be talking about. This is not what the calorie stormed you. The fridge should feel that way. The fridge, you stormed the fridge. The fridge. Raid the fridge, huh, Keisha? Big Keisha. Big Keisha raiding the fridge. Big Mac, Big Mac. Big Mac, Big Mac. Big Mac, Big Mac. Big Mac, Big Mac. Big got DoorDash on speed dial.
Here, when that happened, do you think that he's going to let it go this time? Do you think he's going to be told that he can't be reelected after this presidency? Do you think he is not going to incite violence again? We were all here through that whole 4 years. How do we get to a point as black people that we're going to be in support of a violent man who is trying his best to be?
You know what's so not so funny, but it's funny that she said this. Just last night, black men, just last night, a Keisha and a stud Keisha. I said this in a video that I'm dropping on my other channel. I didn't drop it yet. But a Keisha and a stud Keisha just sent another Keisha to the upper room. Just sent another Keisha to the upper room. Last night. Over something petty. One Keisha left her home, told her children that she was going to be right back, just to go to the home of this other Keisha who is involved with a stud Keisha, and never made it back home to her children, just so she can go and fight another Keisha over something petty. And you talking about violence? That's all you do with each other is commit violence on each other. Especially with these, Keisha activity. That's all y'all do. Last night, this happened last night, black man. It haven't been a full 24 hours after the election. Last night, they sent, Keisha got sent to the upper room. Don't talk to us about violence, Keisha. You're the most violent group out there. That's all you do is you teach violence, you choose violence, you choose your males, you choose the males you decide to be with based on how violent they are. Why you think they got them skits out there of these black males who talk about how many people they sent to the upper room? You see them skits. They walk around with Roscoe's. Soon as women come around, soon as Keisha's come around, they talk about how many people they sent to the upper room. They pulling out their Roscoe's. You seen those skits? They're imitating life. And
do you know the U.S. Solar Company's nasty little secret? It turns out if you live in Ohio, they have to give you solar.
No! Why? I can't believe Trump's actually gonna win this fucking thing! Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm so pissed off! Fuck! God damn it!
Alright, guys, it's time to go to bed. None of us are stressed about the election, right? How racist this country is. Misogynistic. Y'all, I don't know how this happened. Wake up!
After Donald Trump destroyed Kamala Harris in the election, liberals online, on TikTok, on social media were freaking out. And we're going to go through the best meltdown clips of these liberals losing their mind, crying, and being so sad and irritated that Trump won. It's Sean Daniel here. If you guys enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. Let's go.
I can't believe Trump's actually gonna win this fucking thing! Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm so pissed off! Fuck! God damn
damn it! I'm sorry! No! 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 Why? 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 Do you really hate me that bad?
We may not have rights tomorrow, so I'm going to bed with the last bit of dignity that I have left.
Yo, I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave. Disney Plus. Y'all, like, why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why? Why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why is this a thing right now? Why is this okay? I can't do this no more. I should have kept my vote to myself because I know it didn't fucking matter. I knew it didn't.
Wake up a slave? Where do people get these ideas from?
Alright, guys, it's time to go to bed. None of us are stressed about the election, right? We all are gonna just go have the best night's sleep of our lives, aren't we?
It was the best night's sleep of our lives. The only thing that was a little scary was how CNN and nobody wanted to call the race.
If this guy does end up winning again, all of the people who voted for him will be like happy and they'll just be celebrating. And everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. Like, we're scared for our lives, we're scared for our friends. Like, you have pro-life women dying because their doctors are scared to treat them because of the repercussions of his last presidency. How did we get here? How did we get here? To know that there is that much ignorance and that much hate in this country. It's so terrifying. It's so terrifying. How could you do this? How can you claim to be a Christian or anyone of moral values and support someone when every word out of his mouth is hate, when he wants to pardon people who took over the Capitol? Do not do this to people that you love and care about. If you have a woman in your life, if you have an LGBTQ person in your life, if you have anyone in your life who's not white, how did we get here? Someone tell me, please. Someone really tell me, please. Because the only way I see it is that, like, either he cheated and that was his secret, or this country is built on so much hate and we might never get out of this. If you voted for him, you are dead to me. Go ahead and block me. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I really don't.
The funniest part is that Kamala is the one that has the hate campaign. Trump just keeps it real, but liberals can't handle it.
Just absolutely cannot fucking wait for this to be over. And doom.
You gotta wait 4 more years for it to be over.
Is anyone else having a meltdown? I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to wait. I'm so stressed. How you can't look out into the world, into the people of this country and see what's happening. And how hard we're all fighting for rights not to be taken away from people. I go from hysterically crying 1 minute over the pain of this situation and then hysterically crying the next minute, watching so many people come together and women from around the world supporting us and cheering us on. I am 48 years old and I have never experienced anything like this and never thought I would in this country. It's like I can feel the pain and the fear from every single person. I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to get through the next couple
couple days. Who knows how long this is going to take?
I can tell you how long it's going to take. 4 years, honey.
I hate to be the person that gets on here and cries, but this I hate to be the person that gets on here and cries.
Apparently not.
But this could break me and my parents apart because they just don't understand what they voted for and like what it means and the bigotry and hatred that they stand behind and how I like am trying to be a good person. I'm not Catholic like they are, which is ironic because it's like religion's supposed to make you love, but I could see it like breaking me and my parents apart because they just don't get it and they don't get that they voted for someone who's gonna make my friends' lives hell. My life's okay, I'm a white woman, but my friends are not gonna be okay.
You only gotta worry, honey, if your friends are illegals. I guess it doesn't matter how strong her prescription is because she is still blind to the truth.
Right.
At least her parents can see it.
I will make it my life's mission, my dying wish, that none of you weirdos can hide. In the future, you can't lie to your kids, you can't lie to your grandkids about, it was so confusing, it was hard to see the truth, he was so convincing. I will not let you get away with that. Like, that was not normal, this is not normal. I will make it clear to everyone, like, I will make sure no one is confused about how things were right now in this very vital, crucial time in American history, that it was not confusing. It was not confusing at all. You just stood for that. You stood with that and for that. Like, I can't emphasize enough, there will be nowhere to hide, and history is going to look back on this and look back on you in a very negative light.
The party of inclusion, once again, not being so inclusive.
Here's what gets me.
Nice hat, bro.
He literally said,
idiots,
he'll be a dictator on day one.
Well, Donald Trump is now our 47th president of the United States of America. This election was not even close.
Nope.
Which I find odd considering Kamala Harris's rallies. However, how can that compete when you have Elon Musk paying $1 million per day to encourage people to vote?
Allison and Michael have been in their home for 10 years, and they're back.
Let me chime on in here right quick. What these people didn't realize, not the people that make, not the content creators, but the people in the videos didn't realize this, that Trump said that he was going to get rid of the criminals that were causing problems in New York City, Chicago. You have people in Aurora, Colorado, and you have a migrant gang that just took over. Guess who currently is in office right now? What do you say to the people in Chicago? That there's about to literally be a bloodbath up there in Chicago between the black gangs and this other gang. What do you say about the people? What do you say about the people who 326,000 children that Trump said that no one can trace back? What are you going to say about the fact that when Greg Abbott and many of the women mayors at the border patrol say, hey, we have a certain element, and when they asked Kamala who was responsible for the border, the vice president, therefore, did you see y'all carrying on? But what about the victims that were victim of the illegal migrants taking lives of American citizens? What do you say to them? What do you say to the fact that there are American citizens in small cities throughout this country, small towns, in Alabama, Ohio, in Aurora, which is under the Biden and Harris administration, who literally, people who are, they due to the high sky rate of rent, they can't feed their families, they can't take care of themselves, and they wonder how they're trying to figure how to trying to make money go from here from there. What do you say to what do these women understand that these migrant men were snatching and throwing women up into sex trafficking and children? These men that people going throughout and guess what Trump said? I'm going to protect the women because I'm gonna deal with and the Border Patrol and Homeland Security gonna get these people out of the country who commit crimes. And they kept catch and release, and they breaking in some of these fools' homes. They're breaking your home, and they commandeer the home. This is what they let into the United States. They let Chinese spies at the Border Patrol when the Border Patrol people told Kamala and Joe Biden to come down here and we need to seek some help. This is what about. And let's lay out the facts. It's been mainstream news. The news don't want to talk about that. So the governor of Texas had to sign an order so to get these migrant gangs out, or they're going to prosecute them. Because in other cities, they would catch and release. They're going and unalive children and women and children and tax-paying individuals, take their stuff, and at the same time, Kamala Harris and them is rewarding these people and Joe Biden with a high stipulant on food stamps. Let them get cars, willing to give them houses when you have Americans losing houses. This was under the current administration of Kamala Harris. Then she said that she wouldn't change a thing. If you don't believe me, there's a woman named Sabrina, I think Salvatore, will tell you she got the video on that. I'm laying out the facts here. That's why people voted for Trump. Because he will, and lastly, he's not against all migrants. It's the illegal migrants. But what does the legal migrants, how did they feel about someone they wouldn't have to go through a whole testing to be a legal citizens in this country? What do you say to those legal migrants that when they come over here and they got their green cards so they can come in the company, and for someone to come along and take something that they had to learn and go through the process of getting into this country? What do you say about that? This is what do you say about? And so, okay, you one of these women one of these women that on this video saying that we ain't gonna have intimacy with our husbands and our boyfriends. Okay, tell you what, you gonna let this situation break up your family, your relationship with your husbands and boyfriends and whoever. But let me tell you this: if push come to shove and something happened to you and some man grab you up, don't count on for no man to be there. And you want these women that's clowning, because that's what he was trying to do. And there were women that this happened to. There were women that was S&R, and then not only S&R, they were unalive. They told Trump this. The victim of families told Trump this. And this is what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden allowed into the country. She wasn't looking out for you. And for some of these silly black women, let me tell you about your sister girls in California. Your sister, she welcomed up your sister girls who had sick children and made them, because they wouldn't come to school, she locked them up while they were trying to take care of their children, and because they missed so many days of children. She also she locked up some innocent black men and black and Latino men, and then mocked and laughed at their case. Did you do your research on that? Why Trump trying to pardon people that would pardon people who were innocent. Did you do your research that? No. You got into your emotions. You sit up here and say, I listen to some of these videos, and there's people who even don't make videos on social media said the same thing. You don't know the depth of what's going on because you live in this box world. There's people is going to harm America because of silly certain policies that they done. You have so many enemies that are trying to figure to take down America, and they wasn't really respecting Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. They ain't even they think they're a joke. But Trump let them know about business and Wargo and everything to let them know. So and let companies know that there's the consequences if you want to sell your products in this country. He did that as a businessman. But that means it saves jobs. Right now, under the Kamala administration, how many companies have closed up? Retail, restaurants, warehouse. How many companies are closing up? And people in job going overseas. Have you thought about that? And then you have a migrant, since you liberal women don't understand, you're not getting anything. They put you through a process and give you about $100 something, $200, while they get somebody who barely come over the country, broke the law, didn't have no disregard from the countries that they were coming through, they reward them with 10 times the money that you and your kids needed if you're a single mother or a single father. Did you think about that? This is all facts, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's going on. And the governors would say, please send us help. Kamala ignored the governors. Then she turned around and blamed the Trump administration that didn't fulfill their obligation, how they want to screen people at the border. So therefore, you got tens of millions of people, and you got police officers, border patrol, homeland security telling you how dangerous some individuals in. And did you know? And I think I believe it was in Chicago, when an immigrants come up here, did you know a lot of police came down with chicken pox because they wasn't properly health screened down there at the border? Because of Kamala and Biden Harris put the health risk of millions of Americans at risk. So then everybody, don't do that. Here's money. Rewind, you got people trying to figure out how they're gonna feed their kids. But Trump decided, we're gonna do one thing at a time. We're gonna get those people out. We're gonna bring and like you said, gonna bring back energy, lower the inflation down. And it's things that you need right now. And let me state this for record, man. If you see any of these women that agree to have a view set, or I believe in unaliving a baby, don't get with them. Men, any men that listen to this video, if any woman talks about unaliving a baby, that she's okay, then there's two things you can do. She don't have no love for you, bro. If you do, wear a condom. Wear contraceptive. There's certain contraceptive. You don't have to unalive an innocent baby. If she worried about being pregnant. This is something that should have been taught for centuries in high school, and junior high school girls who are promiscuous. Now what? And you know, and women, you have a right. And lastly, yeah, you have a right. You have a right to your body. You have a right, absolutely. But for the men, we got a right to choose where we want to plant our seed. We have the right to choose where we want to spend our mentally, emotionally, physically, and some men who have financially the time with you. We have a right. But if you want to play hardball, some of these women that want to be hardball, you're going to be the type of women going to be alone. You're going to be miserable. And if you want to get with another gal pal, no one's judging you. You know, that's just what most of you women going to end up being with a gal pal and a dog and a cat. Because no men don't want to be bothered with that. These liberal women have pushed men to the top. There are men that right now, between the relationship with single men and divorced men, and divorcing single women, are going opposite direction. The married couples who are blessed and happily married, they got it together. They see division. Some of you don't even see it. If men stop, there are men don't even want to be bothered with women like this, and they making a fool out of themselves online. There are men. If they're if some of these women are single, and if they got a boyfriend or husband, I feel sorry for them. I really truly do. You got to deal with something, because some of these women and guys. Another thing, if you're a single guy, whatever race, age, color, creed, I know there are some very attractive women out there, but this proves you better make sure that her head is on straight upstairs. Seriously. Before you commit to any woman, make sure I know some women are pretty, they got a pretty face, they got a nice body, but these women that clown like this, give a good advice is check them. If they start exhibiting some crazy sign, leave, run away. Run away. And if you decide to have one night stand, brother, my friend, wear a condom. Do not knock these women up. Don't do it. Don't let them take you to HELLL, because she wants to determine something. That's if you want to have a child, or drop your seat with the woman that gonna be bearing your child. Don't get with none of these emotionally disturbed women. That's my advice to the men. If you're a single man, divorced man, if you got a good wife, a good girlfriend, keep her. Because you see how sick some of these women are, mentally unstable they are, and you see how even some of these men are being in beta males. It's the truth. So that would be the good advice. So, because I've come across some women that were off in the head, bro. It's good to wait till the Lord bring you, and if the women here don't want to act right, there's a woman will be agreement with you, and she will be mature enough to deal with you. That's why some American women, not all, some are going to lose. Just like some of these their counterparts in certain countries, they're going to be a lot of single women. And you know why? It's because their actions. Because this mouth. Because they want to be the masculine and dominant, feminine. They don't be feminine. They try to make men unfeminine. That's why Kamala's getting out the office. God taking her out the office and put him in the office. Because look what's going on right now. That's why it's a difference. And I might lose some subscribers. Oh well, it's the truth is the truth. Because this is insane. This is completely insane. People losing their mind over Kamala's going to be good for the rest of her life. Joe Biden's going to be good. He's rich. He's rich. But meanwhile, you about to lose your family and friends over some people don't even know you. Go figure that out. You're gonna lose your friends and family and loved ones over because they decided to choose some victory. Just like he said, that's the last guy said. You're right. What inclusion? So, guys, be careful what type of woman you get with, who you lay down, who you pregnate. Don't end up with a sick woman, like semi-sick women like this. My children gonna see. Don't get with that kind of woman. If a young man ever crossed this video, remember these women's faces, and they start talking this silly stuff. Get away from her. Go find your woman overseas that be on board. If you decide you want to settle down and get married, if you don't find one that got some sense here in America, go overseas. Don't be like and be careful when you go with the ones overseas too. All right then, take care, everybody. See you on the next video.